is Barolengo village in Siaya County, a region richly endowed with fertile land and amazing landscape. Farming does well here. Mrs. Ann Okello, a conservation and livelihood officer at Osienala, has been spearheading a number of projects here. She explains to us the mission and the activities that this project entails.
At the moment, we are at Barolengo, sub-location, Karemo division, in Siaya sub-county, in Siaya County.
A number of components are being implemented in this project that include tree planting, horticulture farming, health, among others. Dr. Gonda, the Deputy Director in charge of programs at Osienala, elaborates on the mission and the overall responsibility of Osienala as regards to this.
The mission of our organization is basically to empower the communities living around Lake Victoria to manage their resources, to improve their livelihoods.
However, Osienala does not carry out activities here single-handedly. Samuel Omila Osira is a beneficiary of this project at Barolengo and is cheerful to explain some of the activities they undertake.
Tich maduong' watiyo ka en rito alwora. En rito alwora e yore duto te.
The organization undertakes activities such as environmental conservation solution, tree planting, community sensitization and empowerment. Yala Swamp Environmental Protection Project, which was founded in the year 2011, has accomplished a number of tasks in relation to environmental sustainability. Located in South Alego Barolengo sublocation, this project has a lot of environmental test activities taking place here.
Rango gik maketho alwora, pidho gik kata ka yien mosebedo ka onge alwora, nyiso ji kaka ginyalo tiyo e tich manyachon mar tiyo gi manyiwa mar owuoyo mar dhiang' ma mage mwatiyogo gi sani.
We are here implementing a program on sexual reproductive health, right and sustainable development. Osienala as an organization in this project has a responsibility of implementing environmental-related activities.
Osienala, in close collaboration with members of this community, has been at the forefront to capacity build these members on proper farming techniques and other ways of economic sustainability.
Doing as an assessment in this community, we realized the importance of the introduction of drought-resistant crops because of the dry weather spell, long dry weather spells in this region. After that, we introduced two types of crops, which the community would use during the dry season, long dry season. We introduced the cassava, which is drought resistant. They get ready within 6 months and they harvest again for another 7 months.
Discuss mondo koro kata ng'ato penji nitiere tudruok mantiere kind population, health kod alwora tinyalo duoko maber nikech tudruok ni is our goal e project mondo yud kaka unyalo timo ne ji ber rito alwora kaka nyalo konyo ngima.
But that is not enough. Health issues has also been one of the key agenda of this organization.
The environment, the population, and the health of the people are all intertwined into one.
This has led to an initiative to address health-related issues dubbed Pambazuko project. Dr. Gonda highlights the motivation, or rather the drive behind the Pambazuko project.
To improve the resilience of the vulnerable communities to adapt to climate change As I said, it's based on the principle of integrating the reproductive health aspect into the environmental conservation or sustainable development aspects. Basically implementing activities around health and around environment. So basically in health we do family planning, and in environment we do sustainable development aspects such as sustainable farming, sustainable fishing practices, and sustainable resource utilization.
Members of this community have come up with the approaches on how to cultivate and till this land properly.
The reason why they used this kind of tilling method, the method they use first of all is called minimum tillage. The reason why they use is to reduce soil erosion. The minimum tillage, crop rotation, and mixed farming. In that situation whereby if it rains, this is going to reduce the rate of soil erosion in this region. Considering the slope and everything in this surrounding, we really definitely encourage minimum tillage.
Any kakot chwe fula jari trega. Koro wapuro mondo mi ogeng fula. Pura riwa mondo mi kapi ofulari de to yudo henga, kendo kuri de to yudo henga, kendo kuri de to yudo henga. Koro ngeny lowo kodhi.
If you follow this direction, this is the road they're using to their farm. If it is heavily rains and there's high runoff, the water will follow this direction. But with the contours around, when they're plowing across, it's going to hold high water retention capacity in the soil. And that's going to increase their productivity despite the drought and dry season they always have.
Aridity is one of the challenges that has faced the village of Barolengo as low water supply occasionally sets in. Despite the fact that River Yala is just a few meters away from these farms, Samuel says it has not helped matters as there is no means to have that water reach their farms.
Koth osebedo ka ok chwe ga ka. Orora long koth osebedo ka chwe ga.
Koro without koth tich ok nyal tiyore maber.
Ka onge koth wan wageno kuom koth keche mane yo moa man machiegni.
This has in turn affected their output.
Mokwongo mane ubiro chane en alot mane wanyalo uso mwateri chiro wayudo pesa. Koro kaka onge kaka do yud pi okethre. Usuga ne wapidho kanyo bende onge kaka yud pi okethre. Koro walal. Koro wageno mna kuom ka Nyasaye oyie bukoth ochwe kendo wachako na manyien.
Dr. Gonda though suggests some way out to this.
Of course, the project was not having enough funds. We have not been having enough funds to implement some of the solutions that the communities provided. But they had provided several solutions for addressing the lack of water. And one of them was, for example, rainwater harvesting. So they wanted us to either install for them water tanks or build what we are calling ferrocement tank, but due to the limitation of the funds of the project, we could not move into this. We are hoping that in the second phase, that these are some of the strategies that we will adopt to help the communities address the water issues, for example, water problems that they are facing.
Barolengo is also faced with another challenge: poor road network. What can be done to address this?
This is projects which are with the government or county government, and the much we can do, as I say, is we can advocate so that the roads are improved and maybe even some other physical infrastructures like even schools and other things. So we can only help the communities by doing what we are calling the advocacy or lobbying and advocacy, and that one we have done.
In a bid to change the face of this community, Osienala introduced various species of trees including eucalyptus, gravelia, and pine. However, it's evident that some species are preferred here than others according to Samuel.
Wahero gravelia moloyo nikech gravelia kama entie en kama ng'ich kata cham nyalo chiek achiek e tiende. Eucalyptus to tiende liet kabisa. Bedo ma ochwakre kabisa. Koro wahero gravelia mo introduce mondo jowa opidh kata puothegi nikech en gima nyalo pidhre kod cham.
Since its initiation, tree nursery project has taken close to 2 years now.
Kalure kod puonj manene wayudo kuom training mane wadhiye josienala nomiyo wang'e ni yath ber. Nyone wabet piny kaka CBO mwaneno wachak tree nursery.
Yeah, basically, as the integration approach has a kind of messages that we are using in the implementation, and some of the messages actually try to interpret for them the approach in a way. For example, if trees, we try to link the trees to the health of the people who are living in an area, and of course we even also try to link the spacing of the trees to the spacing of children, for example. That if you plant trees close together, they grow thin and not very healthy, and then they are not productive. But if you space them, then you will have very good trees, for example, which are healthy and of course growing well.
Now, to make a basic tree nursery, one requires a compost manure and a loamy soil. Leave the mixture to stay for at least 2 weeks for it to decompose. After that, stuff the decomposed mixture into a plastic bag together with the seedlings. So, how has this tree project changed the living standard of members of this community?
Yengi mokwongo ne wanyiewo gwa pogo members. To masani wan go stock ne wadwan half margi wapog members, half margi mondo waus mondo mi kik tree nursery wani put wayud gi mwanyalo rane go kinde ka kinde.
This linking of, for example, the trees and maybe crops to family planning so that we space their children well, those are the kind of messages that we are using for them to kind of understand why we are talking of integration of environmental issues and, for example, health issues. So that's just one of the strategies, for example, that we are using to help the situation.
A visit to a few homes in this community paints a grim picture of how poverty is eating into the nerves of some members here. Conditions of hopelessness and desperations are evident.
At this age, if this girl has to come from school, struggle back at home, looking for even how to find lunch. Arriving home, nobody's at home. The family cannot even afford a padlock. They are using a chair to close the door. As a family, this is a real poverty.
This small grass thatch structure offers a shelter for a family of 6. It's better than nothing though.
The region Barolenga where you are, this clearly indicates what's happening and the real need for a change. Kora uso nyiso wan wa school wacho ni wabwana ya dala za uso. Timo mbele kora ni giji abiria. Giji autia. Tu won paru. Won paru ode. Tudaka dalaka. Amana.
However, all is not lost. Western Kenya, a non-governmental organization, donated 6 iron sheets, a wire mesh, and 1 cork to a few families around this area to help them at least start an income-generating project.
This is a place where charcoal was burnt and collected. And this is just next to the home of a woman and their family. Clearly indicates that their source of livelihood is through charcoal burning. That is why our work in Barolengo is really critical, because we have to change their thought process. They have to provide an alternative livelihood, because this is not good for our environment, and for our health. If we can provide or give them right information so that they can source for income through other ways, then we can be able to save our environment. If nothing is done, then this region will suffer.
Since its initiation here, Pambazuko project has undoubtedly made an impact in this community. They have been empowered through the trainings and guidance of Oceanala. Marketing these products, though, has not been that easy.
We have not really been helpful in marketing. I think they have relied on the local markets. We do not have a strategy to market the trees for the communities. And I think that's also, we can maybe say that that's part of the challenges that the project has faced in this pilot phase, and maybe we can improve that on the second phase. But we did not have any, the only thing that we did was, for example, to link the communities with organizations such as Kemfree and other organizations which are working around producing seedlings and seeds and even.
Despite these challenges, farmers and residents here are not willing to give up.
Lukwani, kalau rekod kakane puonjwa, sani watiyo maber ma puodho ni. Nenda kwa akachanya kakona ni, en eka gnus to nicha wayude gunda 15 mag oduma. Uganda ni achiel. Koro wanyalo wacho ni wadhi maber nikech puoth wan tek maber.
And this one, I would say that they have really utilized this information well in their daily activities or in the activities that they're doing for livelihood income or their livelihood activities. And another achievement that we can say is that they changed the mindset that we have been able to make them understand, especially with the government officers, to understand why there is need for integration. They understand that with integration you achieve more.
We hope that if this is taken clearly, then the PHE approach is a life-changing program for the region.
Meanwhile, the empowerment continues.